All right, let's get through this because this will be a quick one so we can get to the event. Let me get to my shared screen. Screen. No, no. Oh, no. Hold on. Share screen, share screen, share screen. This. Come on, let's share screen.
Okay, it's really funny to look at you doing this with a costume.
Do y'all see my
No,
screen at
oh,
all?
now I do. Now I
Yeah.
see Superior.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you. Where was I at? There we go. Y'all see that? Ignition blast off. Can y'all see ignition blast
No,
off?
it just says Superior Luxury.
Yeah, it just says Superior.
Uh, what? That's why I don't do it on my iPad. All right, then I'm just going to talk about it because Bruce, are you coming to the office, Bruce? Or is that just your everyday costume? Probably just his everyday costume he wears at home.
Got bigger.
All right, let me put this. I'm gonna stop share, and I'm gonna do it this way. Screen photos, by OneDrive, Google Drive. Yeah, because that did not work. Are we back normal now?
We just see your screen. Just you.
Oh, you still just see my screen?
Just see you. I just see.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay, so you can see. Okay,
Right,
cool.
right.
All right. So welcome to your blast off. Okay, we're done.
Okay.
All right, so let's summarize what we've learned. Give me some takeaways and ahas that you learned through your Ignite course. Come on, all this information. I know you learned something during this time period.
I'd say, this is Danielle, one thing that I learned that's obviously very important is having goals and setting them and making sure you're actually like following through it and completing the tasks to reach your goals.
Good. That's very, very important. Anybody else? What did y'all learn? I'm getting a takeaway from each of you. If y'all didn't learn anything through all this session, I'm gonna have you take it all over again.
I learned that I really need to keep working on CMAs. So I actually, even though I already took the CMA class from Mar and I won't get credit the second time around, I signed up again.
Okay.
So that I can, I felt like I learned a lot in that class, but I felt like I needed to learn so much more. So I'm going to try to learn more. So.
Okay, awesome. That's a great takeaway. Bruce.
I printed out a buyer contract and a listing contract and reviewed them in depth, which was very insightful. And I got into Command a little further and into the MLS. I really was struggling with my password situation. I know it's weak to admit this, but I was having issues keeping track of all the different systems and all the different logins. And I think I'm on with that now. That was big. I enjoyed hearing from all the different individuals with their firsthand experience as well. And the depth of knowledge from all of them was great. And I guess that's my thoughts on it.
That's awesome.
I definitely want to add to something that Bruce said of learning from all the different people that taught us. I'd say it was nice to listen to each and one of their stories and knowing that at one point in time that they kind of maybe felt like us, like a little stuck or just a little down, because obviously right away when starting off it can be hard. So it was nice hearing that they were in the same shoes at one point, but if you keep trying and keep learning, you'll get to where they are.
Good. That's awesome. And so I'm gonna ask some questions for y'all. So what is your one thing that you want to take action now what's the one thing that you want to do in your business to take action to start building your business or getting into production?
Actually using command properly and not just saying I'm going to use it, but actually using it and keeping in touch with my contacts and setting up plans, like smart plans.
Good. Awesome. Doreen?
I need to get more comfortable with lead generation. I'm very comfortable doing stuff through social media and stuff that I guess is more passive, like sending someone a text. I need to get more comfortable picking up the phone.
So that is lead generation.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. I need to get comfortable doing it, and I'm not comfortable doing
No,
it.
what I'm saying is you sending a text and social media is lead generation.
Right.
More people on social media than they are sitting by their phone waiting for a phone call. Is that correct?
That's true. Well, okay, then I guess I've done a lot of that. I guess I also need to really work on, because I feel like the biggest thing getting in my way is I'm trying to create a work-life balance and figure out how I don't want to put my business on the back burner. I don't want to put my family on the back burner. And I want to feel like I can find that good place in the middle, but right now I feel like my business is on the back burner and my family's taking the lead. And I'm wanting more of my business to come forward more, I guess.
Okay. Have you looked at your calendar and time blocking, the time that's your family time and then the time that's your business time?
Yes. The problem is I've got 3 kids home 3 days a week because of COVID, and that could turn into 5 days a week. And my husband was able to work from home, and now his boss is requiring him to be at the office. And so we're just trying to figure out what this looks like. Like, I was really upset about not going into the office today, and I might still try to go if my kids are okay with me leaving, but I need to figure out how I can balance what I can do at home. I created an office at home. How do I figure out how to make everything work and still not, it's just a lot. It's a lot on one person. So,
well, I will allow your kids to come today if they have Halloween costumes. Because we have candy here.
That's cool.
And fun activities.
When they're done with when they're excused from their teachers on Zoom, maybe I can bring them in then.
Bring them in. Have them dress up. We have candy and stuff here, okay?
That's cool. Thanks.
Tell them Black Panther said that. Okay. Bruce, what is your one thing?
I apologize. The question is exactly the one thing that I'm going to work towards. Or
what's the one action that you're going to take now that Ignite is over?
Okay. Yep. One thing that I have started doing is some more social media posting, and I'm going to continue to do that. But I also need to get my contacts into command, and I would like to work further with everyone on this call. As far as coming up with ideas. I wanted to talk to Maureen about her door knocker campaign that she did, and how that went, and how many she did, and some things like that. And I'd like to possibly do that in my neighborhood as well. And my bio, that's the other thing that I haven't completed yet, and I need to, and I've put some rough words around it, but I've lived in 4 different homes in Golden Valley, and that's part of my bio. And of course I've got other things as well, personal and recreational, that I want to put in there. But I want to get my bio down and nailed down. And one other big one, and I also wanted to talk to the team about this, is my KW website is not complete, and my bio needs to be on that. Are you guys utilizing, if I could ask, can I ask follow-up questions? Is this okay, Trey? Are you guys utilizing your KW website currently? Maureen?
I have put some things in it. It's not up to par with what I would really like to do with it. And so I've met with Mary online and gotten some ideas, and I really want to tailor mine to be very different. So right now I would say it's pretty generic, and it's just like I got it up and running just so it's there. But I really want to time block some time to make it really unique. But I can't say that. I think I've spent more time on my like Instagram page and my Facebook business page than I've done with the website.
Yeah. Do you use that link in any of your marketing material currently?
I haven't really had to when my listing sold so fast, and so I thought I would take out a Facebook ad. Hi. Oh, we have to show her our costumes, Bruce. Hold on.
So yeah, Bruce.
Bruce, put your costume on for Wendy.
No, she's a goalie, and it's about her goals, capturing her goals. Yes. And then Bruce, it's taking him some time to put his on properly. There's Bruce. Here he comes.
You're kind of scared,
Bruce. That's just his normal costume at home he wears. Him and his wife have props, so.
Wendy, you look great. I love Wendy's costume.
Congratulations on your graduation from McKnight, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. That's great. So I want to make sure that this is the thing. Yes, real estate can be simple, but it's not easy. Okay. And it takes consistency. It takes focus. It takes getting through discouragements, ups and downs. It takes not wanting instant results. It takes the biggest thing that I want y'all to remember that it takes is patience. People give up in real estate. It's not because they're not capable or they're not doing their business or they can't be successful. It's because they don't have patience enough to wait for the process.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's one thing I feel like I definitely like struggling with is because I do not have very good patience. I like to see results right away. So I'm like happy I'm trying to deal with this process because I need to figure out how to have patience.
Yeah.
Correct. Because most of your business is not the now business. It's the business that you get 30, 60 days, or the people that are looking in a year or 6 months. But because this is our income base, our motivation is that we got to get that check. I got to get that check. I got to get a transaction. And that's all I hear. I got to get a transaction. I got to get a transaction. And stop chasing the transactions. If you continue to talk to people and offer your service to people, it will come to you. But if you chase a transaction, you're going to be running after transactions. And how does that feel? It doesn't feel good trying to run after transaction and putting that pressure on you. Does everybody understand? And the thing about it is that to maintain that energy and focus, there's 5 elements that we always talk about. So 2 is physical. So hopefully when you're doing your business planning or you're looking at your goals next year, one of your goals should be a physical goal. Fitness, physical, whatever it is, because guess what? You are your business. And what happens if something happens to you?
No more business.
No more business.
If you get sick, if you get ill, if something happens to you, you are your business and your business stops. Yeah. You don't have a team. You don't have someone to pick up the slack. Right. So if you don't have fitness goals, if you're not thinking about it, I recommend, we're all getting older. We're not, well, except for Danielle, but we're all she's young. I know.
Hey, I'm getting older.
No, you're not.
I'm 20.
For a while.
Almost 24.
Oh God, girl, I'm 20 years older than you.
But you don't look like it.
Exactly. So there should be a fitness exercise, even if it's walking, even if it's meditation, whatever it is, because you need to take care of you physically. Emotional. I always try to make people smile and laugh. Do you agree, Maureen? No matter what you're going through, I'm trying to make you smile and laugh.
I agree. And you don't.
Maureen, we can go back to the gym together.
That's right.
There you go.
Yes, definitely. I think when you go to the gym too, it puts you in a better mindset for the day, and it and I think it puts you in more of a goal-oriented mode. If I get up and I go for a run, or I go to the gym, it sets the tone for the rest of the day. So
for sure.
Yeah.
And that's working on your external game, and working on your business is working on your external game. But the most important is working on your internal game. And that's what I'm saying, the emotion. Make sure that you're laughing, that you're smiling, that you're having fun, enjoying the success, the journey to success, kissing your loved ones, hugging. That's why we talk about giving each other hugs here, even though we can't because of COVID. Yeah. But it's the emotional. And then you have your mental. Okay. That's your growth. Who do you want to become next year? If you're not growing every year to be a better version of yourself, you don't want to stay stagnant and stay average to yourself. You want to outbeat yourself every single year, not of business and monetary, but it's who you're becoming. You know, that's the mental. If you have a mental that you could become anyone, if you want to be the top agent next year and you put that as your mindset identity, you will become the top agent. But that means you growing, you developing your skills, your focus, your mindset shifts where there's no doubt, there's no negativity. You just know you could do it. But that's the plan. It's not just a business plan, but it's a growth plan.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the last one is, and we have this on here just because of our values, is the spiritual part of it. Whoever that you look up to or anything like that, make sure that you're always having a giving heart. You're always having gratitude. Appreciate what you do. Because guess what? A lot of people that wants to get their license or wants to be in real estate hasn't had the courage to take the step. And each one of you did. So yes, you're trying to build and you're getting discouraged, but guess what? You're all business owners. How many other people own their own business? Not that many.
Yeah.
And you own your own business. Have appreciation to that. Be thankful for that.
Yeah.
If you have faith, pray about it. And remember that you can't control outcomes. So give it to somebody else. But just believe and have the faith that no matter what you can achieve, whatever you can do, it will happen. And that's what it takes, patience. Okay? Because it's sometimes we can't control the timing. Everybody has 24 hours in a day and it's what you do with it, but you can't control people's outcomes or results. We deal with people. So if you think about it, if we're dealing with an industry of people and we can't control their decisions, we can't control what they do. If you don't have the patience and the grace with working with people, then you will be discouraged. You will be upset. You will be stressing.
Mhm.
Don't put that weight on your shoulders. Does everybody understand that?
Mhm.
We're here to offer a service and help families. That is the way that you look at it. It's not just about a check and transaction. What you're doing is you're impacting people's lives. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're making people's dreams come true by them owning or buying or whatever the case, a home for their family. Don't forget that value. If you look at it that way, then you would enjoy more what you're doing.
Mhm.
And connecting with people and marine lead generating, it's not about lead generating, it's connecting. It's having great conversations.
Yeah.
That's what the term really is. It's not just lead generating, it's building relationships.
Yeah.
Do you see the difference? Now, if you go and say, okay, today I'm going to have, 10 great conversations with people and have 10 new relationships today. Now, how do you feel about reaching out to people?
Better. Because that, to me,
Better.
that comes more natural. Like, like if I have to go up to the hockey rink in the middle of my kids' practice and I might not be in the mood to go and talk to someone, or I might have had a bad day, but I tell myself, you know what? Just go up there and don't be on your phone and don't be on your laptop and just be present and talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's where my comfort level is. We're not necessarily talking about real estate, but I feel like if I'm always approachable and people always feel like they can talk to me, that's going to affect things down the road, if that makes sense. And that's where I'm comfortable being as a person in general anyway. So,
Okay, and that's lead generation. That's prospecting. That's what
right,
you're supposed to be doing.
right. So I guess it's a matter of finding where you're comfortable doing it and how you're comfortable doing it, if that makes sense. So,
Well, it's about the mindset. It's not, that's what you're doing, lead generation, every single day when you're talking to people.
right.
Now, for some reason, you take lead generation, you make it this job, work, activity, and you're separated from what you do every day. Then yes,
Right.
you're making it
Well,
hard, or you make it like it's a difficult task when you're doing it every day, Maureen.
yeah. I think when you think of it, I don't know if Bruce and Danielle would agree with this, but I think when you think of it as like when we've been told in like some classes or things like that, that it's to just pick up the phone and call people and ask them about their real estate goals, that's when it feels weird. That's when it feels awkward. That's when it doesn't feel authentic.
Yes, I agree.
So.
I understand. And think of this, okay? Yes, you want to communicate through people through phones because then you have a two-way conversation better than just text messaging or hit them up on social media, right?
Right.
But if you're asking about their goals, isn't that about them?
Yes.
Yes, and obviously, Maureen, we're not going to start the conversation off like that. Like, it's going to be natural first, and then that's something that you can maybe add into it. And it doesn't even need to be worded like that.
Right.
Yeah, the Ford conversations. The Ford conversation doesn't say, hey, are you looking to buy and sell a home?
Right.
The Ford script that you learn, there's nothing like that about that. Is that correct?
That's correct.
It asks
Yes,
about
I just
their
would
family.
say, like, I would say, Trey,
What?
obviously the way you've explained it, like, it just comes off more natural and genuine.
So
it's nice hearing you
Yeah.
put it in that type of perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But and if you do, I'm telling you, just stay with the Ford scripts. Don't worry about these scripts about selling and asking. It's the Ford. It's asking about their family, asking about their occupation, their recreation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And their dreams.
Right.
How many conversations would you like for someone to ask you that to you? If someone came up to you and asked about your family, your occupation, your recreation, what do you do in your spare time? What do you enjoy doing? And your dreams. Would you like to have a conversation like that?
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Especially in today's world, right?
Yeah.
Stay focused on that. Go ahead, Bruce.
When I think back to the last couple of houses that I sold, obviously I knew I wanted an agent. I needed an agent. And when I think back to that, I don't feel in any way, shape, or form that agent was a salesperson or a hard pressure sell. It's a service that I needed. It's something I desired and I was looking for. So I don't really view this as a hard pressure sell or an intrusion of their space or whatever. Obviously, some people aren't ready to buy or sell right now. That's fine. They will be eventually. And I guess I'd like to share a quick little win that I had here a couple weeks ago. I was struggling a little bit with a good friend of mine. I've known him for 30 years, I guess. And I've met his parents a couple times. And his dad was a custom home builder for many years, high-end custom homes. And he's struggling with ALS right now and not doing well. And their home, they have 4 bedrooms upstairs, no bedrooms on the main level, and he can barely walk, right? And so my buddy's telling me this, and I said, I'm sorry to hear about Denny, about your dad. How's that going? Whatever. And he's like, well, they're trying to figure out what to do about the house. And I said, have you told them that I'm a real estate agent and I'd love to work with them or even just talk them through their options? And he's like, no, I haven't. And he doesn't talk to them a lot, right? He's kind of distant from them a little bit. And I've met them a few times before, and I was struggling with how to reach out to them because obviously it's a sensitive situation. But my buddy had also mentioned that his dad is playing games and doing puzzles at home. And my buddy had mentioned, what would be good for him probably would be like one of those Simon games, that old school where you touch the 4 colors and you follow the color.
Yeah.
Something to do, mindless, but keeps whatever. And so I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm going to Walmart or somewhere. I'm going to find, although I normally try to go not to Walmart, but anyway, Walmart had them. I went there. I purchased one. I went to their house. I went to their door and I was going to leave it there and with my card and a note. And I had written them a handwritten note about an interaction I had with his dad in the past years ago. I went to their cabin that he'd built and whatever. Anyway, I got over there and the garage door was open. And I'm like, damn it. I just wanted to drop it at the door with my note and leave, But the garage door was open. And I felt kind of weird about walking up to the door and in the front. And then I thought, I can still leave it on the door. I get to the front door and the front door is open and only the glass door is closed, right? And I know this is dragging on. So anyway, I rang the doorbell and my buddy's mom came to the door and I said, hey, Pat, I don't know if you remember me. I'm Jay's buddy from years back. And she's like, oh yeah, how's it going? And I said, good. I said, I just want to let you know, I've been thinking about you guys. And Jay mentioned that Denny was going through some things and that he would like to have a Simon game. And I've got a note in this card for him. And I dropped it off to him. I know I drugged this on, but it was outside my comfort zone, and I did it. And I haven't heard back directly from either of them, but I heard back from my buddy saying, my mom couldn't stop talking about how nice that was that you stopped by, and a handwritten note and the whole 9 yards, you know. I don't know if it'll lead
That's awesome.
but it was something I was struggling with, how to reach out to them. Didn't want to step over my buddy, but he didn't seem to be conveying the message to them that I'm here to help them, you know, if needed.
That's awesome.
But anyway,
that's awesome. That's what it's about.
It's such a long story, but
no, that's awesome. But that's what it's about, and that's what I want y'all to understand. That if you make it about that, you will build a great business and a referral business, because they will refer you to other people if you take care of them. But if you just make it transactional, you're going to have one deal with that person, and you won't see that person again.
Yeah.
So which business do you want?
Right. So today and tomorrow, I'm going to be going around my neighborhood. And I guess it's not really door knocking. We're going to be knocking on the doors of the kids and the parents that won the pumpkin decorating contest that I did with a loan officer in my neighborhood. And we're also going to be delivering a candy bar and a thank you note with our information on it.
Awesome.
For everybody that participated, and all over our Facebook homeowners page, everybody just went crazy decorating these pumpkins. And then we have these big gift baskets to go deliver to the winners. And then we're gonna, in Easter time, we're gonna do a big neighborhood egg hunt. So even though it's not talking about, you know, selling or buying, I'm trying to make sure that when people in the neighborhood think of, who do I know that's a real estate agent, they're like, oh yeah, the girl that did the pumpkin contest, right? I hope.
Maureen,
yeah,
I would love to get involved in some stuff like that with you, since we kind of live near each other, because I'm trying to figure out ways right now how to get more involved in the neighborhood, since like I don't have kids. And since I am a little bit younger, I just don't know how to necessarily get my foot in the door with some of the stuff. So I've been thinking about ways to get involved, like maybe going to a church or whatever it is. So I would love to get involved with that kind of stuff with you.
Are you on next door as well, Danielle? Sorry.
Yeah, I live in Spring Park, which is right next to Mound.
Yeah, and are you on the Nextdoor app or the Nextdoor website thing?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Yep. I did join that as well and put my information out there. And, you know, maybe you see on Nextdoor from time to time, you see people that are like, oh, we need help doing this, or we need that, you know. And I try to chime in and offer people who might be like, they need their furnace fixed or something. And then I try to reach out and say, hey, I know a guy, you know, I've used him before, whatever. I do want to say one other thing. My agent that I used to sell my last house is a well-known agent in this area. And he does, I would say, executive homes primarily. I haven't heard from him once in, has it been, we coming up on 2 years? It's been over 1.5 years since he sold my home. I haven't heard from him once.
Exactly.
So is it Chris Lindoff?
And when I think about that, you know, that's crazy, right? He has someone who trusted him before to sell a home, and I haven't heard from him once. I didn't get a thank you card from him or any note from him or anything after the transaction. And it was a
transaction.
What's that?
Because it was a transaction. That was it for him.
Yep. And so I would say that there, I think one of the agents had mentioned in one of the training, you know, I don't know what the numbers were, whatever. There's 240,000 agents in the Twin Cities. And he said there's about 2,000 great ones or something like that. I think there's room, even though we're new, to be great. And there's ways to do that. Even without experience, we can provide great value.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So how many people were on the business planning yesterday? I know Danielle was. Anybody else?
I did not make it. I printed out the information here actually, and I was going to go through it.
Okay. So the 401.
I didn't know that was for us. I didn't know that was something we were, but I thought that was for, like, I don't know, established agents, I guess.
No, that was for everybody.
Did you
well,
from it, Maureen?
What's that?
Did you get the materials for it or no?
I didn't. I did not know that was, yeah.
Wendy had called me at one point last week and mentioned it, and then I'll send it on to you. I think it's worth printing out and taking a look at.
Thank you.
Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Trey, but I'll send it over to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, did you?
Well, it's how you set up your goals and your business plan for 2021, because we work on it now, because that's what you're working towards.
Mm-hmm.
And so in that packet, I want y'all to really take a look at the 411, the action goal sheet, because that's what most agents, businesses go off of. Setting up your annual goal, your monthly goals, your weekly goals of the activities that you're going to do. And that's what the 411 is.
Okay.
And a lot of people live by that 401 because it keeps them accountable and it keeps them focused on the things that they need to do in their business in order to achieve that goal. So that's one of the homeworks I want y'all to do, is go in that packet, if you haven't done so yet, and complete and look at that 411. That's your business plan, okay, for 2021. Because right now you're working basically towards 2021. Okay.
You attended or no?
What? Yeah, Danielle attended it.
She did attend it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maureen, what's your email? Is it just Maureen Trost
at KW?
I don't think we've ever exchanged emails. We've been texters, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to forward this on to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
And I also want to, go ahead.
I was just going to say to Danielle, when you were talking about how, you know, you feel like you don't know where to pull from since you're new and you just moved here. I really feel like the demographic you should concentrate on that could really work for you, Danielle, is first-time home buyers, because you're young and you're going to be coming up at an age where all of the people that you meet and your friends are going to be going from renting an apartment to buying their first home. And if you set yourself as the person who, that's who I want to go to when I buy my first home, and everybody thinks of you when they think of that, you could even do like a social thing at like Back Channel and stuff, and really, you know, get yourself meeting first-time home buyers. I think that would really help you, Danielle.
Yeah, that's what I've been kind of focusing on. So I did go to college in Minnesota, so all my friends are from here, which is nice. And obviously some of them are not in the place or the position right now to buy their first home. But yeah, that's what I've also been trying to figure out, is a way. I've been like contacting a lot of them through Facebook, inviting them to my Facebook page. But what are like the next steps that I'm trying to figure out right now?
Yeah.
But
do
I
Back Channel or something right there in Spring Park. Do something where people, you know, can get to meet you face to face.
Yeah, that would be great. I also work at the dog daycare Dog Haven. So I'm trying to connect with Nicole, one of the owners, to like throw some type of event together where it'd be like the local community bringing their dogs, and then I would be there as well, and you could come too.
Great idea. Great idea.
Yeah, because a lot of people around here take their dogs there.
Right.
Yeah, that's like a dog daycare, right? Or dog sitting or what?
Yep, so it's a dog daycare. I do the social media for them on Facebook. And it's right here. It's in technically Orono, but it's like literally not the next street over from me. I don't know. Orono, Spring Park, and Mound, I consider all the same area.
Yeah. That's what you do there, is you do their socials and marketing type stuff?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. Yeah. You don't do any dog daycare yourself.
Oh, I do work there part-time, like watching the dogs when I'm there though too, just to make money on the side.
Sure. I would put that on next door possibly. And then if you haven't already, and also put, you know, obviously tag your real estate stuff with all of it as well. I personally have a dog that she's a pit bull rescue, and I can't bring her somewhere. She won't do well there. So I always have to find someone to come here and take care of my dog if I leave town, and it is a nightmare struggle. It's the biggest stress in my life, probably. It's probably more stressful than my children.
Are you looking for another pit bull? Because we have a pit bull rescue there that we're trying to find a home.
No, I can barely handle the one I have.
But you know what, Trey? Like, I think you would agree with this, Danielle. If you put pictures on social media of you with put yourself
dogs, yeah.
Dogs. That is a huge demographic. If people are like, she's a dog lover, I want her as my listing agent, because she's not going to be uncomfortable coming over to the house and getting the dog in the kennel before the showing or whatever. If you're constantly, look at me with this dog, look at me with this dog, they're going to be like, I like her. She's a dog lover.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think that is great. And I actually, when I went door knocking in the neighborhood, I my mom came with because she just was not comfortable with me going alone. But we brought my dog with, so we were walking him and door knocking at the same time to make it a little bit more friendlier and approachable.
Yes.
Good. Awesome. So let's go through. Give me a win and success through this time of Ignite. I know, Bruce, you shared one already. Maureen, what was your win success?
My win and success through Ignite.
Yeah, something that you've done, an activity, a win, a milestone achievement.
Oh man. That's tough.
I have one if you want me to go first.
Go ahead.
Honestly, I would say like connecting with you and Bruce more, like getting to know agents that are in the similar position as me and having a point of contact like you, Maureen, to help through this process when us three have kind of only been the ones on these calls or in person. It's nice having someone in the same shoes, and it's nice knowing that we can move forward together.
Absolutely.
Good. Maureen, you had a win. You had a win, transactional win.
Well, I actually think doing the Ignite classes at the same time I'm doing my first transaction has been helpful, because as I'm learning the steps and doing everything, it was just kind of building on that foundation. So yeah.
And when does that close?
November 13th.
Congratulations. That's great. It's coming up.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Any questions? Any questions about anything through Ignite, or you already said what your next step is, so I'm gonna keep you accountable to taking that action. But is there any other questions or anything like that?
I would like to comment, Danielle. I agree. Getting to know the rest of the entry level teammates is great. It's also great to get to know some of the senior level people that were putting on the presentations, and I appreciate that they give their time like that as well. If you want to give that feedback to some of them, I'd appreciate that. But Danielle and Maureen both, if you run into something that you're trying to work through, and feel free to text me, Danielle. I don't know if you have my information, but feel free to text me or email me. I would love to work through any things you're trying to do with you guys to learn more. And I appreciate that.
I would really like to I've been trying on Facebook and I haven't gotten anywhere with it, Trey, but I've been trying to figure out a time to get people who are new and starting off into the office one day a week where we can all kind of be there for some camaraderie and to help each other. So I don't know if Danielle and Bruce, like for me, it can only be on Tuesdays or Thursdays because of my kids' schedule. But
well, I think it's just been more convenient for people to do it virtually, Danielle, because like you say, some people have kids at home. Some people, it's just more comfortable at home. Right. So I understand you want to try to get people in person, but I think you can probably get better quickly on Zoom.
Okay.
Virtually.
Maybe if we had like maybe the three of us need to continue like a weekly Zoom check-in or something like that, in addition to what we do with you, Trey.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I think we should do that.
I would really, I admit I'm not a big Facebook user, so I mean, the best way to reach out to me to do something like that would be text, call me, or email me. And I'm definitely open for it, either Zoom or in person on a Tuesday or Thursday. And if we wanted to put together a short list of some of our immediate goals to utilize Command to create a marketing piece that we're each going to email out or whatever it is, or set up a like you were saying, Danielle, in Command to our base, whatever it is, I'm open for any of it.
So Maureen, if you want to create an accountability group, kind of like my girls, like with Terry and what I do with Nina and them, keep it to 5, about 5 people. You don't need a lot of people because accountability group is different. It's the people that are focused on the one thing because if you just have anybody, you're going to see people come, they're not going to show up, they're not going to do stuff. So when you're creating an accountability group like Danielle, Bruce, you know that they're committed, they are focused, and they're going to show up and they're going to do the things. Do you see?
Yeah, I would say it would be just us, because I would say all of Ignite, we were the 3 consistent people.
There you go.
All of Ignite. So you want to, here, he wants to see you. Come see the Black Panther. Come here. No, come here, Bobby. He's like, no, Mom. You get to go into the office and see him if you want to later.
Don't show them that one. Don't do that to a child. Bruce. So yeah, so if you know, like I said, if you want to create, accountability group, that's fine. Let me know, because then I can probably lead the first one to show you how account, because it's not just sitting there masterminding. It's got to be productive. It's got to be intentional. Just like my accountability group with Ashley and them. They know exactly what they talk about. They know exactly what they bring. They know exactly what to focus on.
Okay.
If you just make it an open space mastermind, you're going to just talk about all kinds of stuff for half an hour, and it's not going to be something very intentional, productive.
Okay.
So if you want to do that, let me know. I would say get one more person at least. Okay.
Do you have any recommendations?
Yeah. Do you have
Huh?
recommendations of who would? Yeah.
Yeah, Christine is awesome. She's already, remember, she had a buyer's transaction her first 2 weeks. She's already got a listing coming aboard.
Okay.
So I think Christine is definitely a good one to ask.
Okay.
And I'll talk to her.
Was she an agent previously? Is that right?
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay. I'm thinking
she was in business. She was in business planning clinic yesterday.
Okay.
I think Danielle and Christine was the new agents that were in the business planning clinic yesterday. So she would be another one that will be focused, and she's doing stuff and activity wise. And I'll mention it to her.
She's got another job too, which has prevented her from getting on some of the things that we've had. But she is very focused. Absolutely.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm open for an evening Zoom as well, in a Marine or whoever,
Yeah. Okay.
works better, even if it's just an hour, or whatever.
Right. Okay.
For an evening thing too, if that fits your schedule better with the kids. I trust me, I 100% get it. I've been there.
And this is where I'm at in the evenings, though.
Yeah.
I live in hockey rinks.
You can do it from the rink. You can put your headphones in, and you could do it from the rink.
That's
I'll
right.
come to the hockey rink.
if you do, I think just check with her. She's been on meetings that I didn't think she could be on.
Yeah.
So just ask her what time works. Usually, I think afternoon, and she usually jumps, especially if it's virtual. She jumps on it. So
yeah, I agree.
I
agree. She's very, very focused.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she'll be a good one for your group.
Contact Marine or not?
What's that?
You have her contact info?
I've got her on Facebook. She added me as a friend on Facebook, so I could reach out that way, and then I could get her phone number and stuff that way.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Call me or text me or email me or whatever. And yes, if you have any sort of structure, Trey, that'd be awesome. We'd take you up on that.
Well, I'll probably lead the first one, so I show you what accountability group, how it works.
All right.
And then I'll let Maureen lead and take over, and you'll just be take it over. Go. Since you're the one that created it. You'll be good. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions or anything? So what I hear is that everybody knows what their next step is, action, and then also you're going to create accountability group. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And when are you going to have your first accountability group meeting?
Next week?
Beginning of November, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Figure out like
Good.
it works. Yeah.
Yeah, let's start it soon, and otherwise it'll just disappear.
Yeah, maybe November 1st. Yeah.
Okay, and don't forget, Wednesdays we're going back to our group coaching at 9:00, and also Tuesdays will be the mechanic classes. So we'll go back to doing the opportunities, doing some trainings on those Tuesdays at 1:00 too.
Tuesdays at 1? Okay.
Yep.
Tuesdays.
You'll see it on the calendar for November, what classes are coming up on Tuesday at 1:00.
From Wendy's email, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
When she sends the calendar out. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Trey, for helping us with all of this. We appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I'm now blasting you off officially into your business, graduating you. Now go and be successful and get out there and build relationships. Does everybody understand?
Yes.
Black Panther. I like that you stayed in costume the whole time and didn't break from it.
Of course. This is the inspiration I'm giving you. You just got your last class taught by Black Panther. You should be going out there and doing anything now.
That's right. That's right.
Achieving the world.
Oh my gosh.
Something we were working on the other day. That's impossible. I said, we accomplish the impossible daily. Don't worry about that.
Right.
Exactly.
Anyway, hey, Maureen, real quick, did you get my email?
I haven't checked my email while I'm on this. I can check it when I get off.
Bruce.
Let me.
I'm trying to focus here.
Text me. I wanted you to have that business outline thing because I think it's great.
Okay, thank you. I'll check.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Bye.
Okay, bye.